Hello everyone. Today in this video, I will show you how to get the Flow Run ID. In Power Automate Flow, I will show you this in two ways, the manual and the automated method. Automated means using Power Automate Flow. Let's say these flows are in a running state. I want to get the ID of these running flows. I will pick one flow run for this demo. Each flow run URL consists of the environment name, flow ID, and flow run ID. The flow run ID is unique for each instance of the flow run. Right, let's take this example, and I am selecting this flow run, and notice that at the bottom of the screen, you can see the complete flow run URL. You can see that. It is Power Automate Maker Portal URL, followed by Environments, where we can see environment name. Then we have Flows, there we can see Flow ID. Then we have Runs, there we can see Flow Run ID. Let's explain this in a better way. Let's open this in a new tab. Here, this is my flow instance, which is in a running state. I was explaining about this URL. So this is the root path until the make.powerautomate.com. Then, after the environments and before the flows, what we see is the environment name. Then after the flows and before the runs, what we see is the flow ID. Then, finally after the runs, what we see is the flow run ID. This is the structure of the flow run URL. Now, I will just copy this URL and go to my Power Automate Flow. I have this flow here. What I'll do is I'll just paste this URL here. Let's say this is the input parameter for the flow run URL demo. Now, I will extract the environment name, flow ID, and run ID using the various Power Automate string functions. This is the environment name, flow ID. Then I will extract the ID and run ID. Here I am passing this URL as a static text. However, in your business flow, you need to extract these dynamically, but the logic would be the same. I could have extracted these values using a single string function, but to simplify this process and to make it more understandable, I have taken this approach. I will show and explain these step by step. First, let's extract the flow run ID. In this demo, I have used various string functions like substring, index of, last index of, nth index of, and many other string functions. I have shown how to use these functions. So, this is also one of the purposes of this demo, right? First, I will extract the flow run ID. So, for that, I have added a compose action. To extract the flow run ID, I have used the substring function, then inside this, I have used the add function and last index of function. You can see the complete function on the screen I have written. This function will extract the flow run ID from the given flow run URL. Then I will go for the flow ID and show you how to extract the flow ID from this flow run URL. For this one, I have simplified the process. Even you can implement This using the single compose action with the combination of multiple string functions. But I'm not doing this to make it more understandable, right? So for that, what I am doing here is first I am getting the source index off flows and the target index off runs using the nth index of the function. Then, calculating the difference between the target and from index value using the subfunction. You can see the source index off function and how I have done it for the flow ID. Similarly, you can see the target index off function and how I have done it for the flow ID. Here, I am finding the index of runs using the nth index of function. Finally, using the substring function, I'm just calculating the difference between the target and source index values and storing in another compose action. Then, using the substring function and the difference between the target and source index off value, I am extracting the flow ID value. You can see the complete function on the screen of how I am doing. Using the same technique, I will extract the environment name from the given flow run URL. First, I'm getting the source index of environments. See how I'm getting? Then I am getting the target index of flows and calculating the difference between these two, target and source index of values. Finally, I'm getting this environment name. Using the subfunction, I am getting the difference between target and source index values for flows and environments. I have calculated these step by step in different compose actions purposefully, as my agenda is not just to show how to extract the flow ID, run ID, and environment name, but also how to work with the string index off functions in Power Automate. I could have merged all the string functions in a single compose action, but I didn't do to this. For example, I have used another compose action here. Basically, this does the same thing. Here I have considered everything in a single compose action. And it is doing the same thing, the way we got the environment name using the breakdown approach. You can see on the screen how I am calculating or extracting the environment name from the given flow run URL in a single compose action. You can see the complete function on the screen. In this walkthrough, you don't just focus on the flow run ID, flow ID, or environment name. Rather, you can think about how to work with the various index off string functions in the Power Automate flow. This will help you while you work with the complex logic in your flow where you need to extract certain text from the dynamic string. There, you can definitely use this technique. Right? So now let's run this flow and see how this works. I am running this flow manually, as this is a manually triggered flow. My flow ran successfully. Let's see each value one by one. I could see the flow run ID. Then, opening the source and target index of value of flows and runs. I could see the difference between these two index of values. Okay. This is the flow run ID from my string. This is the source index of value of flows. This is the target index of value of runs. This is the difference between the target and source index of values. This is how you can get the flow ID. Similarly, you can see the source index of the value of environments and the target index of the value of flows. And this is my source index of, and this is my target index of value. And this is the difference. And then I'm getting my environment name. Finally, I could see the same output for the environment name where I have used a single compose action to calculate the environment name. In my next video, I will show you how to handle this in a complex real-time business flow dynamically. Till then, stay tuned and kindly subscribe to my channel for more tips. Thank you.